Hey, this here's Aaron with the Canny Couple. Julia's behind the camera today, and today we want to talk about our daily garden harvesting. I mean, that's what it is now. We're producing so much. But before we get started, we'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button and subscribe. So, what we're having to do every day at the moment is we're having to harvest squash, no doubt. But as you might have heard us say, we love squash. So every day I am at least filling this bucket up here one time. Some days it's been 2 times. Depends on how much we're getting. But what I'm doing is we pick them a little bit smaller than other people would because we're trying to extend the lives of our plants. So if you pick them a little smaller than, those big pictures you always see of somebody letting one go, it actually tells the plant to keep producing instead of dying off at that time. So we've been picking like crazy, and you might have saw our video the other day. Like, our plants have exploded. I mean,
we're in a jungle of squash.
It is, and it's going to be another tying day for us this weekend as well, because we're going to have to tie up some more of these plants over here to get them up off the ground. We do have other squash producing, winter squash. We got some pretty good sized ones of those. We have pumpkins producing right now, and we have watermelons producing.
About 15 to 20.
Yes, so, and that's just what has started off at small size. What we end up with, could be a lot more. I will say this year, we felt like we should have been fertilizing more. We actually haven't fertilized this garden since we planted the plants.
No, we did one time.
Well, oh, did we? Okay.
I did one time.
Sorry, we did one time, but we're not fertilizing it on a consistent basis. The weather's been great this year for the plants, and everything's really liking this weather. It's been more of a rainy every couple of days here lately type of thing. So they're getting water. We're not watering the garden. And the Roma plants up there are, I mean, when those start producing, it's going to be.
You can see
it's going to be
video.
massive.
You can see the plants. You can see the tomatoes. I will say that we did change up our beginning fertilizer game this year.
We did.
We got rock dust. We did our research. We heard about it, and it actually made sense for us to do rock dust. And we also did biochar.
Yes, so we did both of those. So it was a little different than we had been. We'd just been using, vegetable fertilizer, but this year we did a little bit of all three to begin with when we planted our plants. And it seems to have been doing really well. But
we've not had a lot of blossom end rot.
No, not at all. And I was trying to look here to pick off something. So I'm going to pick off a squash here. This is an 8-ball. So these are 8 balls. Why are they named 8 balls? They look like an 8-ball. They're round and everything. So we pick them, like you see, a little bit smaller there, just because they'll keep producing.
And we prefer them younger. They're more fresh. They cook better. They taste better. They're just all around much better tasting.
And we've also got some these are like lemon ones. These must be about the size they get. They're lemon ball ones.
That's what they look like though. They look like a lemon.
Yes. So I'm going to have a few more of these to pick than I thought, because that came off way too easy. I thought they were supposed to get a little bit bigger before I get those. So those are about the size we want. But we are harvesting squash every day. So what are we doing with all this squash? We're using it. We're eating it. We're preserving it. We take it into part of our budget to use the garden veggies, cut down on buying grocery food. So we've been actually using, like, our meals have been around zucchini and potatoes. Okay, from there we're building out what we have for the week, and as you know, we have the same thing all week if you've seen anything else we produce. So we're having a zucchini meal. We're having a potato meal. And that's really cutting down on our budget, producing this. And this week we freeze dried some.
Yeah, we have another batch to put in tonight.
Right. So I mean, we're not letting this go to waste. We're not one of those people that are giving away squash like you hear. We are actually using ours different ways. Like this week, she made me a coleslaw with zucchini. It was really good. I couldn't tell it wasn't cabbage. So, I mean, we're thinking outside the box, using what we have to produce. And after we get done doing this, picking, maybe it might be 2 buckets today from the way it's looking, then it's to harvest berries. So harvesting berries has started for us probably early June.
Mm-hmm.
Every other day we are picking berries. So we're constantly bringing in food production from the homestead. Oh, sorry, I thought it sounded like rain was buried to start. But like right now, we've got a second batch of blueberries. We've got our later blueberries right now coming in. So we've got those. We've got blackberries. We'll probably fill up probably 3/4 of this bucket here with blackberries as well. So, I mean, we have all kind of food production we are having right now in the homestead. So it's a great time.
He's so excited, but he's not the one that has to do all the preserving.
Hey, I'm excited to see how well the garden is doing right now, how great it's looking. Really excited to see what all this has in store for us and how we're able to grow, everything for the homestead. Well, hope you enjoyed, my excitement today of the harvest. Make sure to go over and check out our link tree. We're also posting up some other great content on other social media sites. Make sure to go check out our podcast as well. We have the Reliance with the Canny Couple come out every Friday at 7 o'clock on YouTube. And
as always, thank you for joining us on the Canny Couple, where we work hard, live simple, and enjoy life. Have a wonderful day.